Boy, do I have a story. I have a story for you. Knife maniac tried to circumcise neighbour to use flesh as prison food. Trust me, the story gets worse. Khan told the jury that the second attack was carried out because the governor of Perth prison had asked him to collect foreskins to use as prison food. The governor had asked him to do it, apparently. A knife maniac told the jury he was the foreskin fairy. He said this to the jury after they heard how he tried to circumcise his neighbour to use the flesh as prison food. I hope it talks about how he introduced himself in court. Timur Khan, who told the court his name was Hitler, as he seek-heiled the sheriff, that was the bit. That was the part I was hoping it was going to mention. Claimed the governor of Perth prison had told him to carry out the attack. Khan, 29, faces an order for lifelong restriction after being found guilty of scarring his victim for life during a bizarre trial at Perth Sheriff Court. He halted proceedings to ask if one of the female jurors would come and sit next to him in the dock, and told a medical expert witness he would like to see her in prison. He also asked for an adjournment to the trial as he wanted to masturbate. You know when you just get someone, I don't know, is he serving multiple life sentences? Because those people don't care. They don't care anymore. They don't give a shit. That's the case. You see, when you know that you're going to be in prison until the day you die, like that's someone who they'll shut up the courtroom, they'll do fucking whatever. They know that they're fucked. Like basically, how much worse can it really get? Are you going to give me more time? Oh no, am I going to get like 600 years instead of 300 years? Oh, like at that point, it really doesn't matter. So maybe I don't know what he's originally in prison for. See if it turns out he's on like a 6 month stretch or something. That's when I'm going to be like, "What are you doing, you fucking idiot?" Right? But let's see. Maybe the article will talk about it. Jurors heard a series of bizarre explanations from Khan for his behaviour, but they took just 9 minutes to find him guilty of two separate knife attacks on his neighbour. Khan first attacked his victim in a flat in the Perth Bridge End, stabbing him and leaving him scarred for life. He then set upon him at the same property 6 months later, after he had been released on bail. Defending himself, Khan claimed the first attack had been carried out because his mother was a major drug dealer who had commissioned a hit on his victim. The court heard how he struck his victim on the head with a knife during the first incident at a flat in Stormont Street on August 26, 2024. Khan from Perth brandished the weapon at the man after assaulting him, and the court heard that his family had been permanently disfigured as a result of the incident. Khan appeared from custody in relation to that attack on January 29th last year and was released on bail. He went on to attack the man again just weeks later. Jurors heard how he assaulted his victim again on February 21st by seizing him by the neck and pinning him against the wall. He then struck him on the body with a knife, disfiguring him. He was further convicted of 2 counts of having a bladed article in a public place. Khan told the jury that the second attack was carried out because the governor of Perth prison had asked him to collect foreskins to use as prison food. He said he had wanted to circumcise his victim and told the court he viewed himself as the foreskin fairy. Where's my foreskin, G? Where is it? When he was asked if he was Timur Khan by the court clerk, he replied, "No, my name is Hitler, as I told you before." Sheriff William Wood said, "I did notice your Hitler-type salute in court previously." He deferred sentence for reports and for consideration of a lifelong restriction order. Everything reminds me of her. But who represented himself during his trial he represented himself, that's wonderful, after his previous solicitor withdrew from acting. I wonder why. Has a colourful criminal history. In 2019, his GP father and his mother told the court he produced a bow and arrow to tackle an invisible enemy after suffering hallucinations when he took illicit psychoactive drugs. Dr. Jahangir Khan said he ended up brawling with his son Taimur as the family were left in fear and alarm by his volatile and unpredictable behaviour. The court was told that Khan became strange and started to believe the family home was under attack from strangers in the garden. That's some strong stuff. Khan was found guilty of threatening and abusive behaviour as a result of the evidence given by both of his parents at his trial. His mother, Farhat Khan, said, he was going in and out of the garden. I asked what he was doing because he looked different, strange. He said there were people in the back garden and they were ready to attack the house, and he was going to protect the house. He had a bow and arrow. I told him there wasn't anybody outside. He insisted there were people he could see. I was scared to see him like this. Timur was holding his father against the wall. The siege of the house. Is that? Oh, yeah. Asked about his amphetamine use. Fucking hell. Asked about his amphetamine use, she said, he does that when he's taken too much. He had these experiences before when he has taken them before. Dr. Khan said he recognized the symptoms of amphetamine misuse in his son as he had stopped sleeping and eating properly. He said there were some signs I began to see which highlighted Taimur's excessive use of these substances. He had paranoia, delusional thoughts. I was trying to persuade him that what he was saying wasn't true. He was agitated and hyper. He wasn't in the right frame of mind. The argument moved into the hallway, and and there was a minor physical altercation. He had he had this set idea there were people walking through our garden. I tried to persuade him it was all in his head. I appreciate these hallucinations are very real to him. I was angry and frustrated at him. We all felt unsafe because of his behaviour and called the police to ask for assistance in removing him from the house. He had a bow and arrow. He was so volatile and unpredictable. In 2016, Khan was ordered to carry out 105 hours of unpaid work after he admitted smashing the door of his family home with an axe. The same court was told he had reacted badly when his parents had thrown him out of the house after discovering he had been taking speed. Sheriff William Wood said, it is clear from the report that you have experienced some sort of mental disorder brought about by your misuse of drugs. Everyone who knows you seems to think that when you are not dabbling in drugs, you are quite a nice young man. You know, when he's not being the literal foreskin fairy. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, I want to name the video that, but as soon as I put foreskin in the title, the video will just get fucking shrank down in the algorithm and it wouldn't be very good. So maybe I'll censor it. I have absolutely no idea. However, I do believe that this guy is a mixture of two very, very dangerous things. I do believe he is very, very mentally unwell and he's a little bit of a shitlord. Right? Because I'll admit, you can be mentally unwell, but going into court and going, Heil Hitler, my name is Adolf Hitler, and everyone to the judge, and then asking someone in the jury to come over and sit next to you because probably she was hot or something. Like, that is just some mentally unhinged behaviour that you don't do when you're in a court of all places, and it's also a little bit funny. Right? So again, basically mentally ill and funny, two very, very dangerous combinations. Two very, very dangerous combinations. But still, remember guys, remember to put it under your pillow tonight.